Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Ellie Jane. Whether you're an aspiring YouTuber or you're curious about my journey or you want to learn how to stay motivated when all odds are against you, this video is for you. And this video was actually inspired by Camilla Ray, and she made a video like this when she had under 500 subscribers and she just shared her journey. I just want to share my journey and how YouTube has not only changed my life, but who I am as a person. This has been a 3.5-year journey so far. I have not made a single penny off YouTube because I haven't reached the 3,000 watch hours and I have less than 1,000 subscribers. I think at the time when I wrote down this idea, I had about 850 subscribers and I am slowly climbing up there. I'm at 939, but let's just start at the beginning. So I started my channel in April 2020 during the pandemic, and I was working 2 jobs at the time as an employee at Sephora and a dental assistant. I had finished dental assisting school. I was working almost full time and bouncing back and forth between the two. Fear is honestly what kept me from leaving my Sephora job. I was supposed to leave my job at Sephora when I got hired at the clinic. I was just scared. I told myself for many years that I was gonna leave my job at Sephora, and they ended up letting me go, and that's how I eventually left that job. Because I didn't have a job, I was like, I need to make money somehow from home. And I was watching this YouTuber, Marco, who was customizing sneakers. He really inspired me to customize sneakers. I do have a bit of an art thumb, I guess, in me. Growing up, I loved painting and drawing, but it wasn't anything that I ever took seriously. So I decided that I wanted to try painting sneakers and selling them. So the first sneaker that I made was actually for my younger brother. Those sneakers turned out really well. It took me so long, I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks to paint those, and I decided to film the process because not only was I intrigued by Marco's ability to paint on shoes, but I really loved his editing style. I thought it was really cool, and just like the art of cinematography and transitions. When I was younger, I already had that natural ability to capture things and the natural desire to capture things. I loved taking photos and videos, and the first time that I edited a video was actually for my dad. He asked me to make a anniversary gift for my mom. It was a video with a compilation of photos from their wedding, and I just put some music behind it. I got so excited about the project. I ended up doing more to it, and I surprised my whole family by adding little clips of our childhood and stuff, and that was when I was maybe like 12 years old or something. I was pretty young still. After that, I did like a couple of videos, but it wasn't for anything. It wasn't for YouTube. And so during the pandemic, I was like, I can make more money than just by painting and selling shoes. I can maybe get monetized on YouTube for it. So I decided to film the process, learn about editing. I started from scratch. I didn't know anything about Adobe Premiere Pro. I learned how to use it. I just went on YouTube, and that's the beauty of this platform, is that you can literally learn anything. I was very shy on camera. I remember the first time that I filmed, I was so nervous. I was still living at my parents' house at the time, and I was literally in my bedroom whispering. That's a video I don't want to take down. Like, looking back, I may feel like it's a little cringy, but it is so beautiful to see my journey over 3 years, to see how I was in front of a camera back then versus now. That is one of the biggest things that has changed in my life from this platform is my confidence. I used to be very shy ever since I was a little girl. I hated public speaking. I'm still not fond of public speaking, but I am able to talk to a camera. I acknowledge that this is going to be viewed by people. How many people, it doesn't matter, but it used to be very daunting to me. Now it's very easy for me to talk to a camera. It's just gotten easier and easier with each and every video, and you really don't see that progress. It's kind of like when you're trying to like lose weight or gain some muscle. You don't really notice all the little changes day by day until one day you decide to look at where you were back then and you're like, wow, like I really transformed. And that's kind of what has happened to me. I haven't really noticed all these little things that have changed in my life until I look back at those old videos and I'm like, dang, like that's insane. I am a completely different person. Beyond the fact that I have, one, become a better video editor, and two, a more confident person, I've also gained a stronger mindset. And this touches on so many different categories. So one, it has made me very persistent. This is something that I am not making a dime off of. I haven't made a dime off of in over 3 years. It is a real test for what is your true motivation with doing this. Is it the money? Is it because you're enjoying it? And for me, it's a bit of both. Of course, this is something I want to be able to make a living off of, but I love that it challenges me creatively. And that is something that I realized during the pandemic as well. I didn't end up going back to my dental assisting job. I ended up resigning. I was like, I don't actually love what I'm doing at all, and I want to be challenged creatively and to test the limits of my imagination and to create things from my mind and have a physical form of that. And I've always enjoyed being behind the camera. Being in front of the camera was an adjustment, and that was a beautiful journey in itself. It's taught me so much about myself, the limiting beliefs that I used to have, like I can't do this and you're not good enough for this, no one cares, no one wants to watch you. Just having these thoughts infiltrate your mind and working against them. It really is just so fun that I can bounce back and forth between capturing and editing, and I don't get tired of it. It's not like I was consistent over the 3.5 years. There were definitely some times when I took a break because I moved out of my parents' house and I really enjoyed that part of my life and I just want to be present and all that stuff. But other than that, I feel like recently especially I've been super consistent, and it has taught me to be disciplined with myself, to challenge my brain and think of ideas and what do I want to do with my content. My content has changed so much. So obviously I'm not doing sneaker content anymore. I stopped doing that. I didn't make that much money from sneakers. I made like a couple $1,000s from it, and then I stopped. I completely pivoted because I realized I didn't want to be painting sneakers all the time. And so I moved on to vlog style content, and that is really what propelled me into what I'm doing now. I would edit for days and weeks and months, and I wasn't getting any return on it. So there were definitely times when I was like, dang, I'm like putting in all this work and I'm not getting the views. I'm still not monetized. That can be discouraging for a lot of people, and I'm not gonna lie, it discouraged me. There was actually a video that I put out recently, and I really wanted it to reach, people that aligned with what I was talking about, and instead it kind of reached the opposite. And I went into this in another video just about how I was feeling, how I handled it, how I moved on from it. But it really does teach you not to value the opinions of others to such a high level, whether it's good or bad, because those opinions are things that you will either dwell on or lean on when you're happy or when you're sad. YouTube has taught me that you just can't take things too personally. Everything that is happening in your journey is not happening to you, it's happening for you, and there's always something valuable to get out of that, no matter how bad the situation is. It taught me a lot of valuable lessons about getting up when you're down. Something's gonna kick us down, an event, a person, an obstacle, and it's not even about that, because that's gonna happen, it's inevitable. It's all about how long are you gonna stay in that place? How long are you going to sit with these thoughts until you snap out of it, you flip that switch, and you go. And having to do that repeatedly has only made me more resilient. That is an amazing life skill to have, whether you have a traditional job or not. Resilience is your superpower. Another big thing that YouTube has taught me is understanding that being in a state of equanimity is the key. You don't want to get too high just because your video is doing well, and you don't want to get too low just because it's not performing. You want to find that medium where everything is neutral, you let go and you just let things happen, and just trusting yourself and having faith in the course of your journey, just letting go. letting go is such a skill in itself. I went through a very difficult hike one time and it challenged me so much physically and mentally. I was going up this huge mountain after just hiking for hours, and then I was with my family and my boyfriend, and I really wanted to give up. It was so hot. I was having a bit of a panic attack. I've never felt anything like it, but I had to sit down and just cover myself up and just breathe. And it was one of the most frightening moments I think I've ever had. I just didn't know what to do. I was like, should I go down and wait by myself, or should I wait here? I was looking at the top of the mountain and it looked so far. It was just a huge metaphor for life and for this journey. You think that the destination is the goal, but really the goal should be to take another step every single day. As long as you're moving forward, you're going to accomplish something. And for me, I'm not accomplishing anything in terms of metrics, you know, like my analytics don't look the best compared to people with like 1 million subscribers. But I have gained so much knowledge, I've gained so much strength and resilience, like I said, and understanding for what this whole journey is. It's really not about getting the 1 million subscribers. It's about what I'm learning as I'm doing this. Every time I put out a video, I'm learning something new about myself, about the power of my mind and the power of my voice. That's another big thing, is that I have found my purpose through this. I find that when you stick with your traditional job and you don't explore your creative mind, you think that that's all you're good for, is just a traditional job. I was working at a kitchen not too long ago, and I eventually quit because I was making money by video editing, which is what I do when I'm not working on my personal content. My partner and I actually have an agency together. We started it together. I could not have done that with my partner if I didn't build up the confidence and the courage and the skills that have accumulated from starting a YouTube channel. So you just never know what this journey, what this decision is going to do for you. I had no idea, and now we are slowly making our way to traveling more and more. And this is something that I really wanted, was to travel the world. That was once just a dream, you know, like you have a job, your dream is to get like a month vacation in a year. Now I can travel whenever I want, as long as I have the money to do so. And that is such a gift, to be able to make money remote. And I think that is something that I've really wanted for a long time. I've been watching YouTubers since I was young. Subconsciously, that's what I wanted, but it wasn't something that seemed realistic and tangible. And I think when you step out of your comfort zone and you do something that scares you or intimidates you, other things start to become less scary and less intimidating. You really start to trust yourself. You start to say I can instead of I can't. You realize the power of doing these little things that'll work toward your goal and ultimately bring your goal closer to you. It's helped me improve with my communication. It's helped me improve with my awareness and just my desire to share the love and the growth that I have experienced for myself. It's just inspiring. I'm detaching more and more from the metrics and the analytics, and this is really fulfilling my purpose. I just want people to see for themselves that if I can do it, you can do it. You can do literally anything that you want in your life, as long as you continue to work hard and stay focused, work on yourself. I think those are the 3 biggest things that will get you there. Just don't give up. I don't know where I'm gonna be a year from now. I have less than 1,000 subscribers, like I said, and I know when I pass 1,000 subscribers, I'm still not gonna be monetized because I need 500 watch hours. This is what I've always wanted, and I think there's so much beauty in dreaming and achieving your goals. It keeps you hungry in life. Being in service of other people is one of the greatest things that contributes to your longevity. I feel like, in a way, sharing my experiences and sharing the things that I've learned does help people, hopefully. I hope it inspires people, and that's just what I want to do, because I know what that does for me when I experience those emotions from other people, other creators. It's such a beautiful thing to be able to learn from someone that is across the globe and do it in the click of a button. Although this digital age has a lot of cons and a lot of demons, it has so much beauty in it, and it is up to you whether or not you want to use this tool to help you or to harm you. I could go on and on, honestly, but if you clicked on this video because you wanted to get some inspiration or just have that little nudge towards your dream, I say go for it. do not waste another moment just thinking about it or dreaming about it. Actively work towards it. I know we're not always in the best circumstances, but if I can do it, you can do it too. And there are people in much worse circumstances than I, and they're able to do it as well. And I think we should allow our circumstances to fuel us instead of being an excuse not to do something. You will learn so much from your journey, and I believe we are all meant to be here for a reason, and we have something to share that is valuable, that is inspiring, that is moving and motivating. This world could use so much more of that positive energy. The world could use so much of your light, of your voice, and I hope this video resonated with you in some shape or form. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me so much more than you know. And if you're still here, leave a comment down below sharing your journey. What are your goals? What are your dreams? And what are you going to do next to work towards it? I'd really love to know. I love talking to people in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Hey.